block tonight, and we're actually going to lie over the block. So we want the block sort of between the bottom rib and on the hips, and it will actually put a little bit of pressure on the hip bones, and it's quite a nice release for the lower back. So just lowering yourself gently over the block. Just come onto your elbows first to start. You might find that the corners of the block dig into the hip bones a little bit, and that often causes the release in the lower back. And if you're feeling okay, just walking the hands forward and gently resting yourself over the block like this, and just letting everything soften. Starting to focus on your breath. It might feel quite strong if you've got tight hip flexors. So just really being careful and just breathing slowly. Start to sort of find a little bit of softening in the area. You can deepen the breath a little bit. But otherwise closing down the eyes. If you need to come back onto your forearms, or you want to come off the block at any time at all, of course you can. It's your practice, and I want you to feel good in the practice. If you're feeling quite comfortable there, you can bring one palm above the other and just rest the forehead onto the back of your hands. And you can also slowly rock your forehead from one side to the other, a little bit of a release through the forehead. And just bringing your attention back to the breath, observing how the body's feeling. Without any judgment or comment to yourself, just noticing. Noticing what you've arrived with on the mat tonight. And being okay with whatever that is. Just meeting yourself as you are on the mat. Softening the eyes and the jaw, the neck. Maybe open and close the mouth, so opening the mouth wide and then closing it again a few times, releasing through the side of the neck and the jaw. Noticing the sensation under the belly. I'll take about 2 more breaths here. Listening to the body tonight and every night, but in particular tonight, listening to the body with your ears, listening to the body with your eyes, and listening to the body with your heart. There are many ways to listen. The only thing we're not thinking about is, are we doing this right or wrong? We're just feeling into the practice. On the next inhale, let's slowly start to come out. So if you've got your palms one on top of the other, just bringing the hands under the shoulders and gently bringing yourself up onto your hands. It's really nice. So hopefully you felt a little bit of a release there. If you didn't, don't worry. Spreading your fingers wide on the mat. Starting to move yourself through a cat-cow. Closing down the eyes here as well, and just really moving one movement per breath. Moving slowly, feeling the space opening up in the body as you move. So rounding up through the back into your angry cat pose. Chin comes to chest. Spreading the vertebrae far apart from each other. And then inhaling, opening the heart. Bringing space into the heart space. From there, we're going to bring the back of our left hand to the earth. Fingers pointing towards your thighs. You can do both hands at once, but it's very strong in the wrists. So just maybe doing one hand to start. We're just opening through the wrists here a little bit. Little rock side to side to massage through that wrist. One more breath here. And then replacing the palm of the left hand to the mat, bringing the back of the right hand to the mat. Fingers point towards the toes. So you'll feel straight away, it's quite a strong stretch through the wrist. The elbow isn't too bent. You can straighten it a bit if that's okay for you to do so. The palms under, the wrists underneath your shoulders. Yeah, very nice. And then turning your fingers back towards the front, we're just going to walk from hand to hand, changing the shape of the fingers. So they start off facing forward, then left hand to the left, right hand to the left, left fingers to the back, right fingers to the back, left hand to the front, right hand to the front, left hand to the side, right hand to the side. Fingers point back on the left hand and on the right hand. One more time, left fingertips forward, right fingertips forward, left fingertips to the side, right fingertips to the side. Fingers back and coming all the way back to the front. So just staying in a neutral shape here on your all fours. We're going to inhale and reach the right leg back. So let the heel lead the movement, drawing the belly button in towards the chest. And then we're going to bend the knee out to the right and bring the knee towards your tricep. So you're leaning a little bit forward into your hands. Exhaling, extending the leg behind you. Knee to the side, knee to the tricep. Maybe it touches. It's a bit of a lean forward. Exhaling the leg back. One more time. Knee towards the tricep. See if you can just hold it there for a moment. Try to keep your shoulders even, so you're pressing through the hands like you are in your like dog and cat-cow pose. And then slowly stepping the right foot beside the right hand. So from there, we're just going to lengthen the left leg back a little bit, so the left leg's long behind us, and then slowly bring ourselves into a low lunge. So you'll notice we're leaning much more, lunging much more into the left leg tonight, lifting the arms up, and then pressing through the front foot and the shin of the back foot. Start to open the heart. So you're really opening through the front of the left leg. Your weight is in the whole of the right foot. The back shin, we're opening the heart. Taking one more breath here. Stay for the exhale, very nice. Slowly bringing your left hand to the earth. Lifting the right arm up, easy twist. So tonight, maybe try and lean your top arm back a little bit more and watch the inside of your palm with your peripheral vision. Working into the heart meridian. The hands and the arms and the eyes are all extensions of the heart meridian. And then exhale, bringing the right hand down inside the right foot. Stepping the right foot back. Just taking a cat-cow here, maybe moving the hips side to side, and then spreading the fingers wide. First row of knuckles to the earth. We'll move on to the left side. Exhaling the left leg back. Flex the left heel towards the back of the room, and then bending the knee to the left tricep. Maybe your weight comes forward over your wrists a little bit. Exhale, reaching back. Inhale, knee to tricep. Exhale, reaching back. Try and keep the belly lifted so that your back's in a straight line. Exhale, knee to tricep. And then stepping the left foot next to the left hand. Floating the left arm up. Simple twist. So your right hand spread wide on the earth. You're lifting your left arm up. You're opening your heart a little bit. Maybe you're gazing at the inside palm. of the left hand. Taking one more breath here. Breathe it away. Slowly returning the left hand to the earth. Stepping the left knee to meet the right. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. So just pedaling one knee, then the other. You can move the hip from side to side. Noticing how this shape is feeling in your body today. If it's strong on the wrists and you want to be on your forearms, that's always an option as well. And then coming to stillness for a breath. Inhaling here, gazing between your ankles. Stay for the exhale. We're going to float ourselves forward to a plank pose. So push the ground away and round up through your upper back, drawing your belly to your spine. Plank pose. And then bending the knees, little squat towards your heels. So you're pressing away from your hands. Little squat so that your belly's on your knees, heels can be lifted, and then floating forward to a plank. Shoulders come over the wrists, rounding the upper back towards the ceiling, drawing the belly button into the spine, bending the knees, little squat, hips towards the heels, pressing away from the earth. Very nice. One more. Inhale, coming forward. Notice we're just distributing the weight each time. Bending the knees, little squat here. Push away from the earth with your hands. And then gently start to walk your hands towards your feet. Feet are hip distance apart. Bending the knees, belly resting on the thighs. Dropping the crown of the head towards the earth. Slowly starting to roll up, chin to chest. Chin comes up last. Sweeping the arms up overhead. Letting the palms gently float together. Exhaling, forward fold. Two more like that. Inhale to halfway lift, looking forward. Exhale to fold. Sweeping the arms up and out to the side. Bringing the palms to touch overhead. Exhaling, forward fold. One more. Sweeping up, pressing evenly through both feet. Palms float together overhead. Nice. Exhaling, forward fold. Hands to the earth, starting to walk yourself back into your downward facing dog. Taking a breath when you arrive there. Exhaling, letting it go. Inhaling the right leg up behind you. So like we did on our knees, right knee out to the right. Coming forward onto your hands, right knee to your right tricep. See if you can make a touch. It doesn't matter if it can't. We're just thinking about it. Exhaling, sweeping the leg back up. Two more times. Right knee, right tricep. We come onto the ball of the left foot, floating forward, squeezing the mat with your fingertips, lifting the leg up behind you. One more time, lifting the leg up, knee out. Yes, beautiful. Very nice. Bringing it back up behind you. Stepping forward, right foot outside right hand. Step the left foot to the outside of the left side of the mat. Sweeping yourself up, high lunge. So back heel towards the back of the room. Big bend into the front knee. Just make sure the ankle is under the knee. So walk the leg forward a little bit. Nice shapes, everyone. From there, lifting the arms up towards the ceiling. Squeezing this left glute. We're going to lean back, stretching into the front of the left leg again. So weight into the front foot. You'll feel the stretch here through the front quad. Looking up and back a little bit, drawing the belly into the spine. It's a bit of a back bend here. And then slowly opening up, warrior two. Beautiful. Stepping your left foot, arch of your left foot in line with your right heel. Spreading the arms wide. Just make sure your knee of your right foot is pointing to the outside of your mat. Nice. Reversing your warrior two. Coming back to your warrior two. Turning your right toes in, left toes in, your heels are out. Hands to your hips. Inhale, opening the heart out. Exhale, coming forward halfway. So we've got a nice strong back, long back. Very nice, wide-legged forward fold. And then you can bring a little bend into the knees and bring your fingertips to the earth. So notice you're going to tilt your hip bones up towards the ceiling here. And then maybe start to bring the crown towards the earth. Knees are a little bit bent. Yes, nice. So you still want your ribs and your belly connecting with your thighs as you're in this wide-legged forward fold. The heels out, beautiful. Toes in. Maybe we're going to turn our fingertips around and walk them through our legs. So you're tenting the fingertips. You're walking them backwards towards the mirror behind you, I think it is. See if you can watch your fingertips walking backwards a little bit. Taking 2 breaths here. Nice big inhale, letting something soften on the exhale. One more inhale. You're coming up already? All right, we'll come up. Hands to your hips. We're going to turn the left foot out to the left. Lunge into the left foot. We're coming into skater pose or skandasana. So if we're in skater, it's a higher variation. We're leaning forward a little bit. If you want to come lower, fingertips to the earth, sinking into the left side. Move slowly here. Do you have to just see what your body's ready for? If you've got the space to come down, your whole bottom of your right leg is off the earth, just your heels on the earth. Otherwise, you're here. It's the same thing. You're still stretching the inside of the leg. And then slowly coming over to the other side. So you decide skater or gently coming down to skandasana. Either or. Don't force it. Just see what your body feels like doing. Listen to your body with your ears, your eyes, and how your body feels. And just start moving side to side. You can keep your hands on the earth. Or you can keep your hands on the hips. Just opening through the inside seam of the thighs. Very nice. And then turning the toes back into center. Bending the knees, bringing yourself up. Right foot to the front of the mat, stepping forward with your left foot, sweeping the arms up into your chair. So if you like, placing a block between your thighs so that you can really feel the engagement of the inner legs as you come into your chair pose. From there, hands to heart center. We're going to come onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels up high. So heart forward, hips back, but a little tuck of the hips, squeezing on the inner thighs. The higher your heels are, the easier your balance will be. Maybe your hands float back behind you, but your gaze is forward. Drinking bird. Slowly releasing the heels. Inhale, standing up. Little back bend here at the top. Exhaling all the way into a forward fold. So you can take little steps back. Try keep the block there. Or if you want to try, if your fingers are spread wide, you can do a little hop back And then come into your chaturanga. Elbows in towards the ribs, or you can come onto your knees. Upward facing dog. Opening through the heart. Downward facing dog. Very nice. Just releasing the block, placing it to the left-hand side of the mat. Finding your down dog for a breath. Big inhale here. Let it go through the mouth. Inhaling the left leg up. So remember those 3 knee to tricep. Let's do that here. Left knee, left tricep. Weight comes forward over the wrists. Exhale, lifting the leg up. Inhaling knee to tricep. Moving into sort of like a plank pose as you do this. Exhaling, leg comes up. Inhaling, knee to chest, knee to tricep, last one. Lifting your leg back up. And then squeezing knee to chest, stepping the left foot forward. Right foot to the right side of the mat. Drawing yourself up into your high lunge. So let the right heel move back and the right, so a big stretch in the right quad, squeezing into the right glute. From there, lengthening the arms up. Little back bend here, so pressing into the front foot, the ball of the back foot, the heel is up and back of the back foot. Gazing up, one more breath. And then opening up, beautiful, into your warrior 2. Reversing your warrior 2. Coming back to your warrior 2. Hands to hips, turning the left toes in. So right and left toes turning, heels go out. Inhaling to look forward. Exhaling, folding halfway. And then coming into your wide-legged forward fold. Bringing your fingertips to the earth, keeping the knees bent. Place your left hand flat on the ground underneath your face. Inhale the right arm up into a twist. Try and keep your hips centered behind your back, so not one going one way or the other. Opening through the heart here. And then swapping hands. Right hand down, spread wide. Lifting the left arm up. Beautiful. Maybe your gaze follows the inside of your left palm. Exhaling, forward fold. One day from this shape, you might float up into a headstand. Never say never. We won't do it today, but very common to come in. I'll just show you here. Head down to the earth. Hands back onto the toes. Floating up. No drama or anything. I'm just showing you where we might go one day. In a minute, a day, a week, a year, it doesn't matter. Maybe never. From there, bending into the right leg, bending into the left leg. Maybe there's a little bit more space. Maybe you bring your hands to your heart and just moving one side to the other in a way that feels good for your body. Beautiful. So you can feel we're opening through the inner seams of the thighs. That's really nice. From there, we're going to turn our left foot forward, step our right foot forward, take our block in between our thighs, squeeze on the block, inhale our arms up, heart open, hips back but tucked underneath. Drinking bird, floating onto the balls of the feet. Gazing forward. The higher the heels, the easier. Squeeze onto the block And then lowering the heels, hands down to the earth, stepping or floating into your chaturanga. You choose, whatever you like. Your knees can come to the ground, otherwise upward facing dog. Beautiful, shoulders squeeze together at the back, heart opens. Very nice, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Taking a deep breath here. Stay for the exhale. Slowly bringing the shins to the earth. Keep the block between your thighs. We're going to come into a shape called camel pose. So keep the shins on the earth, the tops of your feet connecting to the earth, squeezing the block between your thighs. Nice. Inhale the arms up and overhead. And then bring the hands down to heart center. So just engage the thighs on the block. From there, we're going to place the left hand onto your sacrum and then the right hand onto the sacrum, fingers pointing down. Think about bringing the elbows together. Feel straight away how that opens through the heart. You're squeezing on the block, squeezing the glutes to open through the front of the thighs here. So we don't want that to change. And then as if we're drawing ourselves up and then gently rolling our back over a big beach ball. Keep the press of the hands onto the sacrum, squeezing the glutes, back bend here, camel pose. So you can keep the gaze forward, especially if this is one of the first times you're doing the shape. Eventually, if it feels good, we start to drop the head back, but I don't think you should do that yet. But just noticing how it feels. You can see how your neck feels if you gaze up towards the ceiling. Just moving very gently here. We never want to stress the neck, but squeezing the glutes, squeezing on the block. Very nice. One more breath. And then slowly bringing yourself back up, removing the block. Sitting down on your shins. Keeping the back of your palms on your thighs. Gazing forward, keeping the eyes open for a moment. Just noticing the feeling in the body. After a back bend like that, they're often quite invigorating. And then from there, we're going to come back onto our hands and knees. Walk our legs back. Slowly lower ourselves all the way down to the earth. You can bring your fingers, your hands onto the mat behind you, fingers point towards your toes. And just bring your forehead down to the mat and just maybe move your forehead from side to side. You can actually put a block under your forehead if that feels better. And you can have your arms like this in a little sphinx pose, just massaging through the forehead, moving from side to side here. Notice the release there. If you find a particular spot that's got a lot of sensation in it, you can stay on that spot for a breath. I often have a lot of tension just above the eyebrows. And then just looking up, moving the block. We're going to bring the left knee to a right angle beside the body. Come onto the left elbow and just thread the right elbow underneath the left, the right arm underneath the left, and then roll onto your back. So you want to roll fully onto your back so that your both shoulders are on the earth. You might have to shuffle a little bit to get there. Your right knee can be as bent as you, or just my left knee, your left knee can be as bent as you like, but just keeping both shoulders on the ground, gazing over to the left hand. Just taking a few breaths here, starting to slow down the practice. It's our last shape we're doing on each side before our resting shape. Closing down the eyes and just noticing how the body's feeling. Being okay with however you've arrived to step onto the mat. Our body's a little bit different from the time before. And a big part of yoga is accepting where our body's at and working with that. On the next inhale, let's slowly unravel back onto our belly. Coming into a little Sphinx pose here. So elbows underneath the shoulders, wrists in a straight line with the elbows, opening the heart, taking a breath. And then exhaling, right knee out to the right. Left arm threads under right. And start to roll onto your back the other way. Right arm out to a T. Beautiful. Night, both shoulders heavy on the earth. Taking a few breaths here, starting to relax into the mat. Starting to let go of anything that you're holding on to. Breath becomes a bit deeper, exhale a bit softer. Relaxing through the facial muscles, the eyelids, the jaw, the neck. One more breath here. On the exhale, slowly blinking open the eyes, rolling yourself back onto your belly. Placing the other hand on top, so the opposite hand that you had before. And then just bringing your forehead to the back of your hands, palms are facing down. You can give the hips a little bit of a shuffle here. Taking a deep breath here. Breathing it away. Arriving in our Shavasana, resting pose. Taking Shavasana on our belly tonight, feeling supported by the earth. Feeling the energy rising up into our body from the mat below us. Drawing strength from the earth. Softening your body, softening anything you're holding on to, any areas of tension. Taking a few breaths here in your resting pose. On the next inhale, slowly starting to deepen the breath. Maybe bending the knees, feet up towards the ceiling and just giving them a little sway side to side. And then replacing the feet to the earth, hands under the shoulders. Bringing yourself back up to a seated position, kneeling or sitting on your shins if that feels good. Otherwise, any comfortable seating shape. seated shape. Placing the back of your hands to your thighs, sitting up nice and tall. Maybe the eyes softly closed, just taking a couple of breaths here. On the next inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead. Palms gently float together. Exhaling into your heart center, thumbs to your sternum. Taking another inhale here. Bowing forward, your third eye to your heart center. When the eyes are closed, we see even more clearly through our third eye, seeing internally into our bodies. One more inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Together we say Namaste. Loosely translated, Namaste means the light in